Tied with Zach.
Can you fly this plane and land it?
Surely you can't be serious.
It's gonna be legend. Wait for it. And I hope you're not lactose intolerant because the second half of that word is dairy. No. Legendary.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
You know I'm a degenerate.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Steelers Sanctuary podcast. And this is Legendary NFL Picks. I'm here with my normal degenerates, Bob Quinn and David Korup. And as you can see, if you're watching us on YouTube or the other streaming things, Bob has made a little comeback, and now he's 1A in the list. And Dave's fallen.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to change him to 2.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I'm embarrassed to say I'm still tied with Zach for third place, unfortunately. But I'm coming on strong, so this is going to change.
Yeah, Dave, you won last week. You were 8-5. You had the best week of everybody.
Did real good.
Thank you. I'm getting hot now. I won a lot of money this past Sunday. If not for the Texans and Fairbairn missing a chip shot, I told Dave I was going to call in sick on Monday. I had so many good picks going there, but unfortunately he missed, and I had to go to work. So let's start it right out. Thanksgiving Day, Chicago Bears at the Detroit Lions. Bears getting 10 points. Dave, start us out.
I've been getting bit so bad by these damn division games. The spreads are killing me. The Lions have been putting up so many damn points, though, and the Bears are horrendous. I'm going to go ahead and say the Lions cover. 10 points. I'd like to think they cover that.
Bob, what about you?
You know, the Bears were kind of feisty.
They were.
The last 2 weeks with the Vikings and with the it's at Detroit. You know, it's so weird. They usually play so well on Thanksgiving Day, but they usually stink. So that's why Thanksgiving Day is their Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I got a sneaking suspicion at 10 points that this is a 10-point win. I mean, the Lions could put up 55 points, but I don't know. It's just something. I'm going to take the Bears in the points here. I just have a sneaking suspicion it's going to be a little bit closer than we think.
You know, I said I was going to ride the Lions all season long, and I'm with you, Bob. I got a sneaking suspicion this game's going to be closer than we think. I also saw that Montgomery might be out, and St. Brown didn't practice yesterday or today, so they're a little banged up on offense. The Lions are. Yeah, I'm going to take the Bears in the points.
I like it.
Forgive me, Lions fans. I'm a big fan, but not this time. All right, the New York Giants are going to Dallas, and they're getting 3.5 points. This is 2 dumpster fires going head to head. Dallas is coming off a big win, though, so
they are.
I don't know. You just close your eyes and throw a dart at the screen to see which one you pick here. Bob, you go first this time.
You know, Dallas has not won a game at home all year.
That's crazy.
And
no shit. Damn.
Will it be sunny? Is the sun going to be in their eyes this week?
I maybe, but you know, if I felt like Drew Lock was going to play over Tommy DeVito, and I know there's some reports that maybe Tommy DeVito has a little bit of an injury, I would almost like the Giants' chances better. But 3.5, you haven't won at home. I just have a feeling that Tyrone Tracy is going to have a huge game. I'm taking the Giants and laying the points.
Dave, what about you?
I'm with Bob. I just don't. It's going to be by 3 or less. I feel like this game's going to be decided. So I'm taking the points. I don't trust it. I don't know how the hell they did what they did last week, the Cowboys. But again, it was a division game, right? So it's just one of them things. So I'm going to take the points. I just 3.5. It makes sense that somebody's going to win by 3 or less. That's how I feel about this.
I have absolutely no idea. I'm going to go with the Cowboys just because they're at home. Other than that, I don't know.
Literally, if it was 3, if they were favored by 3 or 2.5.
Yeah, I know. That's that half point is
man. That half point, it screws. It's been screwing me a lot lately, and I'm tired of it. I've had enough of this.
Can we talk about that Commanders game, Cowboys game one side? What a freaking game!
Yeah,
Terry McLaurin going 80 yards on a crucial thing, and then they missed the extra point. What a unbelievable! All right, next up, the Miami Dolphins are traveling to Green Bay and playing the Packers. They're getting 3.5. Miami's hot. They won 3 in a row, making a playoff push. Dave, you want to start us out this time?
again with the 3.5 shit. Packers looked pretty good the other day. I think Dobbs is hurt though. If I remember correctly, he got hurt. So I don't know how much of an impact that has, but Jacobs has been so good for them at the running back position.
Mm-hmm.
At Packers, I think they do cover. I think the Packers will cover and win.
Bob, do you agree?
It'll be Smooth Jimmy's lock of the week.
Ooh, that's a big lock, all right. But
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm riding the Packers here. I feel Miami, nice story, nice little run, but Thanksgiving night is going to be cold. And Miami doesn't do too well in the cold. I think they're,
Good point.
haven't won a game if the temperature's under 40 degrees since Nixon was president or something like that. Yeah, I'm going Packers all the way on this. I think the Packers are really good. They got to keep up. They're definitely not as good as Detroit and Philadelphia, but I don't think they're as far behind. If they catch them in the right, if they come out flat, I think the Packers can score with either of those teams. So, yeah, I like the Packers here. I'm starting to really believe the NFC is just better this year than the AFC.
Bob, I agree with you.
It'll be Smooth Jimmy's lock of the week.
ooh, that's a big lock, all right. But
It's going to be like 20 degrees at game time. The Dolphins on the road on Thanksgiving. This should be an easy romp for the Green Bay Packers. I don't see Tyreek Hill. Well, he played in Kansas City, and that was pretty cold. He was pretty good with that. But, yeah, I think the Packers roll. They're a pretty good football team. Their defense is good. I think they match up pretty well, and that's going to be a win.
And because we all said that, they're going to end up probably smoking the Packers. And we're going to be like, what the hell?
Laying a 50 burger on the Packers and all look like stupid. We have Black Friday game. The Las Vegas Raiders are going to Kansas City. Why do they keep giving Kansas City these big lines? They never can cover. 12.5.
Because some of us are idiots and keep falling for it.
I mean, they deserved to lose last week against the Panthers.
Of course they did.
I mean, to not cover that line, I mean, if you can't cover the line on the Panthers, and frankly, the Raiders were a dumb interception away from just beating the Broncos outright.
Yeah.
Or at least it looked that way. I mean, they ended up not covering, but wow. I mean, I'm sorry, but until the Chiefs beat anybody by a touchdown, anything more than 7, I'm on the. So I'm going Raiders.
I'm
Dave?
taking the points. I'm with Bob.
Yeah.
Like, they've burned me how many times now? I can't do it anymore. I'm done.
The Raiders are really fucking bad. Like, really bad football team. I'm going to take the Chiefs. I think this is the game they break out. It's not to get healthy. I think they cover. I think they cover.
I have no doubt they'll win the game. This
is on the road for a short week on the road. The Raiders, they're a clusterfuck. They're not going to be ready for this game. They're going to get blown out. At least I hope they will. Let's see. What's up next? We've got Sunday games. Houston Texans are going to Jacksonville, and they're giving the Jags 5 points. Bob, start us out. You're the Jacksonville guy. You're the Florida guy.
I'm mad I took them last week and the Titans, but the Jaguars are bad. I know they played Minnesota close a couple weeks ago. It's still
Texans
up in the air.
Playing good. Texans are not playing good football at all.
No, they're not.
I think, though, that they're going to have to go with Mac Jones again this week.
Oof.
Yeah, it's rough.
Oof.
there is a thought that he might play.
Who?
Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence. That makes a big difference. That makes a big difference.
This is a division game. right?
Yeah,
Yes,
I
it
think
is.
it's 80-20 that Mac Jones plays. I'm taking the Texans. If Trevor Lawrence plays, I'll be very scared, but I don't think he's going to play. So yeah, I think Mac Jones can't put up more than 10 points. And with 5 points instead of 8 points, I think the Texans can figure out a way to cover.
Dave, what do you think?
Nope, I'm taking the points. I'm
Interesting.
sick of these division games and the 5 points. It's going to be they'll win by 4 or less probably. So I'm taking the points. Division game. Texans let the Titans put up 30 something points on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I don't know.
I couldn't believe how many points the Titans score. It was what a bizarre game.
They got Cassiter back. They got Anderson back. Why the hell is their defense playing so horribly?
Yeah, I don't know.
So, yeah, I'm going to take the points until
And not Mac Jones.
yeah, until the Texans, prove me wrong. It make me feel better about picking them to cover anymore. I'm definitely taking the points.
I'm going to take the Texans just because of Mac Jones alone. I don't think he'll ever win an NFL game again, ever.
You guys are probably right. I'm
You got time to
getting
change your
burned.
mind if you want
I'm
to.
getting burned a lot by these division games and points, so I'm just going against the grain here and see how it goes. I'm probably going to be 0-13 or whatever this week. It's fine.
The Jags are coming off a bye, which usually helps teams. We'll see if that helps the Jags. All right, the Tennessee Titans are traveling to Washington. They're getting 5.5. Kind of blew them off the rose on the Commanders a little bit, right? They've kind of come back to earth. The Steelers kind of knocked them off their pedestal a little bit.
Yeah, especially losing to Dallas.
Yeah, losing to Dallas is bad.
Yeah, like they just haven't looked good lately. And again, 5.5 spread. Titans are playing better. It's at Commanders though.
Yeah.
Man, I tell you what, really, honestly, I'm tempted to take the points on this too. I just am. I hate every damn spread this week. I'm just sick of it.
It's tough. Tough week this week.
Yeah,
We got Dave a little unprepared this week, so you have to.
Yeah, this is yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and take the Commanders to cover. Maybe they turn it around this week, maybe, and they'll win by a touchdown. I'll take Commanders to cover.
Bob, what about you? This game's got us stumped.
Yeah, I think the Titans showed a little something last week. The Commanders losing to the Steelers, okay. Losing to the Eagles, okay. You lose to the Cowboys, it's time to start worrying a little bit. So, yeah, I'm going to take the Titans and the points here.
Bob, your screen's blurry. Is this blurry for you too, Dave?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that. It's weird.
I'm going to take the Commanders, and I really don't know why, other than Jaden Daniels over Will Levis.
Yeah.
I can't put any Davy dollars on Will Levis. I can't do it.
Yeah.
Another pick six last week. We remember Dave. We were pretty high on him for a little while, but he's come crashing down. There you go, Bob. You fixed it.
Yep.
All right.
You can't start closing windows. So, Dave, just to clarify, you were Titans?
No, I'm taking Commanders.
Commanders, okay.
The Seattle Seahawks are traveling cross country. They're playing the New York Jets, and they are getting 2.5 points. Jets are a dumpster fire. Fired the coach, fired the GM.
Oh my gosh.
They're talking about releasing Aaron Rodgers. There's rumors that's coming. Oof. Did you hear the story?
Wait a minute. If they release Rodgers, do we sign him, the Steelers?
No. If they didn't have Russell Wilson, they might. I know Tomlin loves him, but that would just create chaos.
I couldn't even imagine. Steeler Nation would crumble. That'd be.
I was a big proponent of it, but before he got traded to the Jets, and people were killing me.
Big component.
People were killing me. You don't give up draft picks for him. Blah blah.
Well, now you wouldn't have to give up anything.
I know. Did you hear the story about the Jets GM? I guess the Jets owner flew in a helicopter.
Yeah.
And he said to the coach, if I get fired, it was nice working with you. He was kidding. He got fired.
Yeah. He literally
flew in to
fire him. Yeah.
Wow.
Jesus
he said,
Christ.
Hey, they called me over. Hey, it's nice working with you. Sure enough. Yep.
That's awesome. The owner, can you imagine Rooney flying in on a helicopter to
Dude.
fire somebody?
That's a boss move. You land
It
right
really
on the
is.
fucking field, get off the helicopter, go, hey, you're fucking fired. Get the fuck out. Get back in the
Come over here,
helicopter.
bring a
fly
playbook
off.
with you.
And I guess there's a rumor that the 17-year-old son is
Yes.
Woody Johnson
Yeah.
is running the team.
Yep.
This is nuts.
He watches social media, and then he makes his decisions via that, and then he goes and tells his dad, and his dad makes the decisions. I mean, as much as Tomlin and Rooney drive me nuts sometimes, I'll take them 100 times over 100 over the fucking teams like the Jets and
Yeah, dude.
Jesus
Tough
Christ,
chance
man.
he's watching. Cut Garrett Wilson immediately. So the Steelers
Yeah,
can
now you're
back-
talking. Now you're talking. Cut Garrett Wilson, please. All right. I'll go first here. I think I got to take the Seahawks. I can't. The Jets just are a mess. I know cross country scares me a little bit, but I think they figured out their defense. The Seahawks did, so I'm going to take the Seahawks. Dave, what do you think?
Yeah, I think the Seahawks can cover too. I'd like to think.
Well, they're getting right.
No, Seahawks are the.
Oh yeah, they're giving.
Yeah,
good. All right.
they're giving
Uh,
2-0.
For good reason. Didn't they look really good the other day? I thought they did pretty good in their game.
Yeah. Yep.
So, they beat up on the Cardinals, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the
Big
game I
division
thought was
game.
going to be
They're in first
close,
place now.
but they did really well. So, I think they cover here, no problem. The Jets are in shambles. So, yeah, I take Seahawks to cover.
Bob, clean sweep with the Seahawks.
Yeah, I like what Kenneth Walker's doing. It's a homecoming for Geno.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
You know, Aaron, who knows if it's true? I mean, if Aaron Rodgers is released before the game starts and they pull a Danny Dimes on us, the Jets would have virtually no chance. I mean, I still think, if assuming Rodgers doesn't get cut, Rodgers, Wilson, Devontae Adams. I mean, they'll put up some points. Brees Hall is pretty good, but yeah, I just can't see them being motivated at this point, and probably shouldn't be. They should probably be looking to get a high draft pick at this point.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. The Indianapolis Colts are traveling my way to New England to play the Patriots. They're giving the Patriots 3 points. Dave, start us out.
Yeah, I'm not really a fan of the Colts either, but the Patriots. I mean, did you hear the comments their coach was making the other day about how there's nothing I can do for them and all this other stuff? You're like, what?
Gerard Mayo's
Like
bonehead,
if you're the players and you're hearing your coach say this stuff, like
we called him soft earlier, remember? A
yeah,
couple weeks back, 3 weeks back, he called his team soft.
you're gonna lose that locker room and they're not gonna really care. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say the Colts do kick a field goal here. I'd like to think to win by at least that. So Colts cover. They'll probably get their ass kicked, but yeah.
Bob?
I really think they have something with Drake May. It's just unfortunate. I mean, it would be interesting to see the Patriots play the Raiders and see which coach the team would run into the bench and take out first. I don't know. Between Antonio Pierce and Jared Mayo, I mean, did they go to the Mike Singletary School of Coaching?
I think so. I think so.
I think Richardson is playing a little bit better. The Colts have better weapons. I don't know. Drake May, it's only 3 points. I think the Colts will win by a field goal. But this will be like a lot of the New England games lately, be kind of a nail biter into at least midway through the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I guess I'm going Colts too. Drake May's been pretty impressive. They might have something there. Unfortunately, they might have a quarterback. The rest of the team, though, not so good. So I'm going to take the Indianapolis
Colts. Josh Downs got hurt for the Colts too, which also.
Oh, I heard. I did. That's right. I did hear that.
So, I don't know. We'll see.
Maybe Pittman will get some balls.
Yeah,
maybe.
Right. All right. The Los Angeles Chargers are traveling to Atlanta. They're giving the Falcons 2 points. That's kind of a little bit of an odd line.
That is an odd line.
Well, I guess the Falcons at home. I don't know. That's weird. Dave, start us out.
I don't know. The Chargers lost Dobbins. I don't know if he's going to be out this week or for a while. It was a knee injury. Have you guys heard anything at all? Like I said, I just woke up an hour ago, so I have no fucking idea if he's.
Let me see. I don't think so. Yeah, there's no injury update as of yet.
Yeah.
Because if he don't play, that's good. You saw what happened to the Chargers offense after Dobbins went out last night. They were
Their
not,
receivers might be as bad as the Steelers.
Oh, Johnson, 3 drops. I was
yeah,
like,
I mean,
dude, quit
Lad
throwing to
McConkey's
him.
pretty good, but
That's
Yeah.
it though. You lock
Yeah.
him up, it's a wrap.
Disley's not too bad. The
Yeah.
tight end.
Oh, the tight end, yeah, he's not bad.
Yeah.
But as far as wide receivers goes, yeah, I don't know. Are the Falcons going pretty downhill pretty quick here? Like,
yeah,
they
they're
win
a
last week?
freaking weird team. They're a weird football team. They're still in first place, though, right? I believe they are.
I think so, but it's like they're 6-5. The Bucks are 5-6. The Saints are 4-7. I mean, technically, even the Panthers are still in it at 3-8.
Right.
Yeah.
This
Right.
division has had weird things happen.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that the Chargers do win. That defense, Herbert. I think, even though that defense looked rough last night against Baltimore, but it's Baltimore. I mean, their offense is significantly better than the Falcons, I guess. On paper, I thought the Falcons had a really good offense, but I don't know. Mooney
They
might
haven't
still
been.
be injured for them. I don't know. So, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say the Chargers do cover here.
Bob, what do you think?
I think their defense is really good, but I'm going to gamble that J.K. Dobbins probably sits out. And if he sits out, I mean, I like Justin Herbert, but I think it'll be exactly the game we don't expect Atlanta to win, and they'll win.
Yeah.
I mean,
I know.
Yeah. Exactly.
I do think the Chargers defense is really good, but I just coming east, they don't have a great record on that. Yeah, I'm taking the Falcons and the points here.
I think I'm going to take the Falcons, too. Chargers on a short week, traveling cross country. They probably run the shit out of the ball. If Dobbins is hurt, maybe they don't run the shit out of the ball.
Oh, I hate you guys keep picking up with me. It makes me paranoid.
I'm going to take the Falcons. I don't feel good about it, to be honest with you, Dave, but Falcons at home.
Well, Bob's right. The Dobbins thing. That's tough.
You want to change your mind before we move on?
No, I'm just gonna take this like a champ this week.
All right. This is another tough one to figure out. The Arizona Cardinals are traveling to Minnesota. They're getting 3.5 points. The Vikings win, but they're very unimpressive when they do it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
But the Cardinals, too. The same thing. The Cardinals aren't very impressive when they win either. I don't know. Jesus. This is... I might just
Cardinals,
defer to the home team again.
They pissed me off. I thought for sure that they were going to give Seattle a good game and probably win, and they looked like shit coming out off a bye week too. They just I don't know. I thought they would do a lot better than they did, so I'm going to go ahead and take the Vikings.
That was in Seattle, right?
Yeah.
So that's just the second straight road game for them.
Yeah. So I'll take the Vikings to cover. I mean, Darnold seems to be doing a lot better now. He struggled for a while. I think he did better last week, though, didn't he?
Yeah, I was making fun of him, and now he's making me look bad. He's been playing good the last couple of weeks.
Until they lose Addison or Jefferson or trying to remember his name, the running back, Jones.
Aaron Jones.
Yeah,
No,
Jones.
He left.
Until they lose one of them to have a significant impact on their offense, then I'm probably going to keep picking the Vikings.
Bobby, what do you think?
Yeah, I kind of like the Vikings here too. I think the Cardinals are a little bit smoke and mirrors. I mean, it's been a good story, and I do think it's feasible with the defense and the running game they have. That maybe I don't know how great the defense really is though, because you've been beaten up on some of the AFC West opponents.
That's what fooled me. That's what fooled
Yeah.
me, Bob. They run 4 in a row before that Seattle game. So I thought, oh, okay. Maybe they are decently pretty good. And no. No.
Yeah. I think as much as I don't trust Sam Darnold at home, I feel like I especially after, this past week, I feel like they run away with this later in the game. It'll end up being 10, 14 point kind of win.
Yeah, I want to take the Vikings at home too. You know what's a bet here is the over. I think the under over is 45. I think this is going to be a high scoring game. Yeah, the Cardinals I think are a little bit of a myth there. They're not as good as we thought they were going to be. Vikings by a touchdown. All right, game of the week. The Philadelphia Eagles are traveling not too far to the Baltimore Ravens. Ravens are 6-point dogs at home. This is
What?
unusual.
Yeah.
I got Ravens are the favorites. They're
Oh, wait a
giving
minute. I
3
might have
points
screwed
to
that
the
up.
Eagles.
I might have screwed that up. Hold on.
The Buccaneers-Panthers game is
The 6 points.
the
Yeah, I
6
got
points.
Ravens are 3-point favorite.
I'm sorry. Ravens are 3-point favorites. My bad, guys. All right, Dave, kick us off.
Yeah, I mean it's at Ravens. They just went and faced a tough Chargers team and beat them handedly. That 7-point difference last night was the Chargers at the last second scoring a touchdown. So Devonta Smith I don't know if he's going to play or not for Philly. I mean, they didn't need him the other day to beat the Rams. So yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and take the Ravens to cover the 3 points. I'll go ahead and take them to cover. I don't like it, but yeah.
Isn't the Ravens like something crazy against the NFC?
22-1.
22-1.
22-1.
If you don't see him, Lamar Jackson, like week in and 2 times a year, like the Steelers do, that's like a culture shock. You're not used to seeing a quarterback that can run like that and make kind of those kind of plays. I would say the Eagles, though. The Eagles are a wagon.
They're
They
doing
look
good.
to be hitting their
Yeah,
stride.
they've done really good lately.
Their defense is good. I think they can put up points against the Ravens. I'm gonna take the Eagles.
I think
Bob,
they
what do you
got
think?
healthier, and that's why they're doing a lot better. I think they had a
Yep.
couple key players not playing, and now they're clicking.
I feel like this is going to be Lamar's kryptonite. Number one, they've seen Jane Daniels may not be Lamar Jackson, but if you watched that game a couple of weeks ago, they really shut down Jaden Daniels.
Yeah,
He couldn't run at all. And I think their defensive line is their front four might even be better than the Steelers' front four as far as rushing the quarterback. I think they're big, physical, will keep him in the pocket without getting out of rush lanes. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see the Saquon Barkley, Derrick Henry dynamic, but knowing Baltimore, they won't give him the ball. They'll want to prove that Lamar Jackson knows how to, beat the NFC.
Yep.
I just don't see Eagles getting points. I mean, after what they've done the last few weeks, and bear in mind that their passing game is good. It's not great. It's good. It's better than the Steelers, and the Steelers move the ball up and down the field, and it's not Cincinnati, but A.J. Brown is going to feast in this game. I like Dallas Goedert to have a huge game. I think this is a crazy line. I think the Eagles could win this game outright by 10+.
and now the Ravens get to deal with a running quarterback as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm still taking the Ravens, but I hope Bob's right. I really hope. The Steelers need the Ravens to lose
Yeah.
another game here because I'm worried now. I was really hoping that they would be upset by the Chargers last night, but it didn't happen.
Yeah. Here's one I forgot to put on the screen there. The LA Rams are traveling to New Orleans. They're giving the Saints 2.5 points. What do you guys think? Who wants to go first on this one? Division crap game here.
Is
No, actually,
Olave
they're not
coming
division.
back? That's not a division game.
Ooh,
Is
no,
Olave
it's not a
back
division game.
for Saints? You guys know.
I don't think so. I think Olave's out for a while, isn't he?
He might be. He might still be on the IR now that I think about it. Rams looked like shit the other day against the Eagles, didn't they?
Yeah.
I wasn't impressed. They probably what's at New Orleans though. All right, I'm gonna say the Rams do squeak it out. I could see them winning by 3, kicking a field goal late to win it or something. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the Rams to cover. I don't like it, but I'll take them to cover.
Bobby, what about you?
I think New Orleans comes back to earth. I think the new coach, they got some momentum going. Derek Carr's just inconsistent. He's played 2 good games in a row. I think this will not be a good game. I also don't see the Rams letting Taysom Hill bust loose like the Browns did. I mean, he could. He absolutely could. But, yeah, I just figure, even though the Rams really ended up not keeping up with the Eagles, they did show they could move the ball through the air. Nakua is a beast.
Mhm.
Yeah, I feel like the Rams get the Saints here.
Yeah, I think Sean McVay has a good game plan for this game. It's Sean McVay against an interim coach. I think the Rams win pretty comfortably. All right, we have this one will be the Sunday night football game. The San Francisco 49ers are traveling to Buffalo to play the Buffalo Bills. They're getting 7 points. What do we think, guys? No Brock Purdy, as far as we know.
If Purdy plays, I'd take the points. But if Purdy doesn't play, I'm taking the Bills to cover, no issues. I'll just be personal. I'll just say the Bills cover for now because I don't know if Purdy's going to be ready or not.
There's some fire Shanahan smoke going on. Have you heard this stuff?
They're nuts. Like dude.
It's like us, I mean, it's the same thing. Like it's us, saying that sometimes Tomlin should be fired, and everyone else telling us we're nuts.
Well, I mean, in fairness, although at least he does his choking in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, right. Like, Jesus.
But think about it. He was the offensive coordinator for the Falcons.
For the Falcons, yep.
When they blew the huge lead, they've had 10-point leads in the second half against the Chiefs twice in the Super Bowl and blew it. So, and now all of a sudden, you might not even make the playoffs. I could see it. I could see I wouldn't do it, but
Two Super Bowl appearances in the last 4 years or 5 years.
Yeah.
He's had the unfortunate luck of having to go up against Brady and Mahomes in his 3 Super Bowls. So that's pretty.
And that's the other thing. I mean, my God, I don't know.
And had them, but he got it. He got cute. All 3 of those games, he got cute.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yep.
My thing is that compared to someone not being in the playoffs and having a win since 2016. That's
true.
That's true. The comparison for me is that's not a comparison.
He's had that team on the cusp.
What's that?
I would do it.
Maybe we should trade him. Yeah.
That's interesting, man. That's interesting.
Tomlin for Shanahan, straight up. Let's do it.
I would do it. Don't have to ask me twice.
I think I would. I don't know.
So
probably.
You said you were taking the Bills, right, Dave?
Yeah, Bills to cover for now.
Bob, what about you?
I would take, even if Purdy's playing, I would take him because the Bills' offense is pretty good and is getting better. San Francisco's defense is what's letting them down. I mean, yeah, the offense is not the juggernaut, but their defense it went from great to off a cliff. I don't think Bosa's going to play in this game either, but I don't think Fred Warner, I think he's suddenly old. I think there's a lot not to like about San Francisco. I low-key think they're going to miss the playoffs, although they could. They got a lot of NFC West games left, so I guess they could win enough. But as of right now, they go another week without Purdy. I'm starting to think there's no coming back from it.
Yeah, CMC's not himself. I think they missed their window. Last year was their window to win a Super Bowl. I think they might have to start thinking about retooling a little bit. I'm going to take the Bills. I think the Bills are the best team in the AFC. At home, on a Sunday night, that place is going to be crazy. Yeah, I think it's going to be the Bills comfortably. Monday Night Football, they gave us a stinker. The Cleveland Browns are heading to Denver to play the Broncos. The Browns are getting 5.5 points. Man, this is going to be a boring ass game. Dave, what do you think?
I don't like it. Browns coming off a big win though against the Steelers. Broncos have been doing really good though, really good, and it's at Denver. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the Broncos to cover. The 5.5 makes me nervous, but
yeah,
I'll
Broncos are on fire.
They've been doing really well, really well.
Bo Nix, who knew?
Sean Payton,
best quarterback in that draft.
Sean Payton knew.
Yeah.
Well, let's see what happens long term there.
No, I mean as of right now, I don't think he's going to be the best
Sean
one.
Payton's looking pretty smart. I'm just saying.
I think I'd still take Jaden Daniel over him.
Oh yeah, I mean yes.
Yeah, the thing that you worry about with Jaden Daniels is the injury thing. He's playing injured right now. His ribs are hurt. He was injured a lot in school, in college.
I thought Bo Nix was going to be another Will Levis. I really did. The way in the beginning, and well, he's doing better than that. So I'll give
100%.
Sean Payton credit for that. But yeah, Jaden Daniels, no doubt. Yeah.
Mac Jones made the playoffs his first year in the league with the Patriots.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, that's just how I see Knicks. High floor, low ceiling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's good point.
Yeah, I really want to take the Fighting Jameses here, but I didn't think the Broncos would cover against the Raiders last week. They just keep finding a way. I guess we got to give Sean Payton his due. I'm going to take the Broncos and the points. If it was at Cleveland, I'd take the Browns.
I'm taking the Broncos as well. Last week was their Super Bowl. That's it. They're going to pack it in. The Browns. They're not going to win too many more games going forward. Jameis is so hit or miss. He could throw 3 interceptions on the road in a blink of an eye.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Broncos win. All right, that brings us to our beloved Pittsburgh Steelers traveling to Cincinnati.
Yeah, we skipped Carolina and Bucks. Right?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, Buccaneers, Panthers.
What's the spread on that one?
Bucks are giving
6 points
to the Panthers.
Bucks on the road.
All right. What do we think?
I don't like it. Panthers have won the last 2 out of 3, and the one they lost, they gave the Chiefs a run for their money. They got Thielen back. I don't know if that's helped. That's what it is or what, but I don't know.
Buccaneers coming off a big win.
I know. I tell you what, I'm going to take the Bucks to cover. They probably win by a touchdown.
Another division game. Another crazy division game. Bob, what do you think?
I think the Buccaneers need this game.
They do.
And I think with Mike Evans back, they're going to get it. The Panthers certainly are playing better, but I like the Bucks here. I think Baker has got something going. I like the running back tandem. I think the defense is pretty good. I see the Bucks can tie up the Falcons, but it doesn't matter because they're really 2 games behind because of the losses. But crazier things have happened. I just think the Bucks will win this one and keep their season alive.
Yeah, I think the Bucks are playing for something the Panthers really aren't. I think the Buccaneers win this one pretty handily. All right, I kind of jumped the gun a little bit, but now we're here. Steelers +3 at Cincinnati, road game, playing the Buccaneers. Dave, you want to go first? I think you have
Smooth Jimmy's lock of the week.
Ooh, that's a big lock, all right. But
Yes, sir. I am going to take my bad luck
and put it on the Steelers.
Put it on the Bengals to win.
Oh, you surprised me there. I thought you were going to take the Steelers. All right.
Putting my bad luck on the Bengals. I'm going against my Nostradamus September 8th prediction
I love it.
of the Steelers losing to the Bengals. And on top of that, I'm going to put my curse of lock of the week on the Bengals to win, which usually means I'm wrong. So hopefully this means the Steelers beat the Bengals. Yes. As you guys can see, my locks of the week, not very good. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Bengals lock of the week to beat the Steelers. Hopefully that means the Steelers win.
Bob, what do you think? We'll do a comprehensive one of this on Friday, but this is a quick.
Yeah, I feel like Pat Farmer's going to have a big game. I think the defense is going to give up points. This is going to be high scoring. Probably going to need to get at least 27 points to realistically win this game. But I think they, like I said on Good, Bad, and Ugly last night, I think they found something between Pat and Russell Wilson. And that will kind of free up George Pickens. Minka always gets fired up to play the Bengals. I like the Steelers here. It'll be close, but with 3, I think they figure out a way to, win this by, 4 or 5 points.
I think I like the Bengals in this one, guys. I'm a little nervous about this one. That Bengals offense is a wagon. They're scoring a lot of points. Who's going to cover Jamar Chase? The Steelers' pass rush has been non-existent lately, and if they're going to give the Bengals and Joe Burrow time to throw, God help us. Yeah, I think the Bengals may be big. I'll save my complete prediction for Friday, but I think the Bengals cover this one kind of comfortably. And hopefully Dave's jinx works and I'm completely wrong.
You
But
think so? You think they'll beat the Steelers by more than 3 points?
yeah.
I like the Steelers to win the game outright.
I don't know. If I'll tell you right now, if Joe Burrow could stand in the pocket as long as Jameis Winston did,
Oh, it's
you
gonna be
got we got problems. Big problems. Dave will
David
be right.
just threw up his hands and left.
He didn't like my prediction. He'll be back in a couple minutes. I got a couple Steelers props before we get out of here. These are always pretty fun. Dave will jump in whenever he gets back. Over under 47, Bob. What do you think?
Oh, definitely over. I hammer the
Yeah.
over on this game.
I would hammer
It-
the over as well.
I mean, this is not going to be the Ravens and 17, 14, 18, 16 type of deal. If we're going to win, and I think we are, it's going to be high scoring.
Yeah, agreed. You'd like to think the Steelers defense could slow down the Bengals and keep this close. I mean, keep it. You think they keep it under 30?
I think, yeah, I think there's a chance this could be a long drive, 27, 24-ish. I got to really think about this for Friday. But, yeah, my gut feeling is the Steelers are a field goal better than the Bengals because they'll do something dumb in the second half to lose the game for themselves.
I looked at the Bengals rush defense. They're about middle of the pack. They're not terrible. They're not great. So hopefully the Steelers can run the ball against them and eat some clock. That's one of the keys for them to win this game. All right. Joe Burrow, under over 280 yards passing in this game.
280 is a good number.
I figured.
I'm going to say under. I feel like he ends in between 250 and 275. It could really go either way. That's a really tough number to pick on. But yeah, I'm gonna say under, but not by much.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go over. If it goes the way I think it goes, he's gonna put up some numbers and give the Steelers a hard time. Yeah, around 310-ish, I think, unfortunately. All right, keep it in that vein. Jamar Chase, under over 80 yards receiving.
Over, way over. He's had really good games against the Steelers. I don't necessarily think that precludes them from winning the game. And I almost think it might work to Cincinnati's detriment if they get a couple of big plays and the Steelers respond with long drives. Hopefully it's Steelers long drives and they're responding with a big play over the top to another long drive. Yeah, I would be surprised if it was under. If it's under, we win the game going away. It's a blow.
Yes, agreed. Yeah, if they can keep Jamar Chase under control, then that's a good sign. Yeah, I think I'm going to go over too. I just don't think they can. I don't know. I think it's a bad matchup, honestly. All right, let's see. Justin Fields had 9 snaps last week. Does he go under or over that number this week?
I think it really depends on how the game flow goes, but in a close game, I think they will break him out a couple of times. I mean, what I really hope happens is that Arthur Smith looks back at that tape from last year and sees that an even weaker Cincinnati defense, that there is plenty of room for Pat and Darnell Washington to eat and a couple long sustained drives here. So, yeah.
I think he goes over. I think they found something that they like, and they're going to keep using it. They're going to keep hammering it. I think short yardage, maybe a little bit more goal line this week. We'll see Justin Fields do.
And assuming it's not a blizzard, you got to figure, there's going to be opportunity for him to get outside and go.
Yep.
I also would not be surprised if they didn't learn their lesson on the pass and threw in a couple of rollouts for him when he comes in. Get him under center, let him play action and roll out and just see what happens. I mean, if he just sits in the shotgun and play actions, even if he play actions, you're kind of containing him to the pocket. I think you got to get him under center and allow him the ability to roll away.
I agree. That's a good point. Yeah. My new favorite player, Calvin Austin, under over 50 yards receiving in this game. Did he have a breakout game or does he go back into the witness protection program and disappear on us.
Only because I think Pat will have a good game. I'm going to take over, but not by much. Like, I feel like I'll be sweating it in the fourth quarter, hoping he gets another catch. But, 3 catches, 50 yardish for him, maybe one deep one. Yeah, I could see it happening, but it won't be by much.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go under on this one. I think, he's a once every 4 game type of guy. He'll show up and have a big game. More rushing yards. Najee Harris or Jalen Warren? Warren beat out Najee last week by about 20 yards, I think.
Depends on the balance, but if Jalen was going to come within, if it was like a 15-10, I'd take Jalen. Although Najee's had 3 bad games in a row. So I think maybe he breaks out a little bit here. I'm going to go Najee.
I think I'm going to go Jalen. I think he finally looks healthy. He looked pretty good in the Browns game. I think we all agree he's the better back when they're both healthy.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take Jalen Warren in that one. More sacks. Trey Hendrickson or TJ Watt?
Trey Hendrickson's actually really good.
He's very good.
Yeah, I mean he's top. I think he's top 5 right now in sacks.
He's going up against Dan Moore.
I think TJ starts to get it on track. I think now he starts to smell it a little bit, and because the Bengals are probably, of all the teams in the NFL, the ones who are like, we need 5 guys out in the pattern. Maybe they don't chip as much. I think TJ maybe gets 2 or 3 one-on-ones in this game and maybe gets 1.5 sacks. I think Hendrickson might not get one because they'll go in with a game plan to stop him. He's really the only pass rusher they got. So
yeah,
you would hope Arthur Smith has a plan.
You would hope. I think I'm going to go TJ too. I think the Bengals are going to drop back a lot. He's going to have a lot of opportunities to get sacks. And I think you're right. They better have a plan for Hendrickson and to try to contain him. He's the only pass rusher. He's the only guy you got to worry about. So they better have it. All right. What's next? First touchdown scored. What player? Either team. First one to cross the goal line.
Do the Steelers get the ball first is the question. I'm going to assume Tomlin wins the toss and defers like he's supposed to.
We'll see about that, but yeah.
And if he does, I'm gonna go T. Higgins. Steelers do not have a good track record against Higgins.
Yeah, I don't think they've scored on their opening drive all season, right? The Steelers?
Not a touchdown.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's what I meant. Let me add Dave back on here.
Well, maybe they did that. Maybe the Chargers game they scored a touchdown. You remember? I feel like maybe David remembers. I feel like the Steelers did score one opening drive touchdown.
Well, you mean this season?
Yeah, this season. I don't think they have.
I feel like they did against the Chargers. I could be wrong though.
Where's our statistician? Unrefined.
Relic, yeah.
What's going on here?
I don't think they have.
I don't think they have either.
Maybe once. I'm trying to remember.
I asked the question: who scores the first touchdown in this game? Either team.
Either team? Bengals.
Yeah, but a player.
Oh, player. I'm gonna say Chase Brown.
You stole my guy. I was gonna take Chase Brown too. I think they get close and he gets a little vulture touchdown.
Big throw to like the 2-yard line. They hand it off to him. He walks into the end zone. Unfortunately.
We'll backtrack one. Who gets more sacks, Trey Hendrickson or TJ Watt?
Ooh, Hendrickson.
Yeah, we both said Watt. We'll see. I think just because, like I was telling Bob, that he's going to drop back 50 times. So there's going to TJ Watt will have a lot of opportunities to get sacks.
I'm sorry, but the league's figured out how to stop TJ Watt.
I'm afraid of that too.
You line up the tight end and you along the right tackle and you chip as well with the running back or whoever you want to bring in motion over there, you do that on top of the other two guys. He's irrelevant.
Yeah,
Now
but of all the teams in the NFL, don't you think Cincinnati's the one who'd be like, we're just going to beat you by sending 5 guys out?
They could. It'd be
Yeah.
a mistake, but they could.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, as soon as you let them one-on-one, you're in trouble. But you're right. They could do something stupid like that, and, well, they'll pay the price. But we'll see.
All right. I almost hate to even ask this, but under over 1 interception from Minka Fitzpatrick. Is this the game? Is this the game? He historically plays well against the Bengals, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
but it's been a year and a half, bro. Like,
I know. It's
like
insane. It's insane. Who's the Packers safety there?
The who?
I can't remember his name. He got a 7th interception this year.
For
in the
who?
last week.
The Packers?
The Packers safety.
I have no idea.
They signed him as a free agent. I'm drawing a blank now.
You're not talking about Jesse Bates, are you?
No, not Jesse Bates.
I forget where Jesse Bates went. I know he left the Packers.
He's in Atlanta.
Atlanta, okay.
He's in Atlanta, and he's having a
Got
good season
7
too.
so far?
I think it was him. Got his 7th interception.
7th interception.
Xavier McKinney?
McKinney. Doesn't he have 7?
Yeah, he does have 7.
Yeah, he got a 7th interception this year. And
Dante
Minka's-
Jackson with 4 is in 4th place. Nice.
Oh wow.
Who is?
Wow.
Dante Jackson.
Dante Jackson.
Yeah, I mean, it is his 4th. It's pretty good. Nothing like
All right.
paying a safety $21 million and there's nothing in the stat box whatsoever. Other
I'm
than
saying he
tackles.
gets one. He hasn't had one since in a long time, but
A year and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dave's right.
yeah, I feel like if there's any team that he's going to be pissed off enough to go play even more aggressive, it's the Bengals. And, you know, when he basically won the game single-handedly a couple of years ago on opening day, he had the chance to take a house call. He didn't. In retrospect, he probably should have.
I hope you guys are
I'm
right.
gonna say he gets
I
one
don't know.
too. I'm gonna be optimistic. He showed a little signs in the Browns game that he was coming around. We'll see. It's been, there's people that'll defend him and saying he's having a great season anyway. Preventing big plays. I get it, but that's not what you pay a safety that much money for. Is you pay him to make plays, not prevent plays.
$21 million. I want to see a lot more than, well, he's just really doing good standing out there and they won't throw his way. No, sorry.
And
I want.
And
more than that.
Dave, from doing pods with me for 2 years, I love Minka Fitzpatrick. He's my favorite.
I do too.
Stealer
Like,
on the team.
I have his
But-
jersey hanging up in my closet. Like, I love the
Yeah,
guy, but
it's-
like, I'm sorry. People are
gonna
getting a
get
lot
up.
more.
He's going to get opportunity here because, let's face it, the Bengals are going to test
I was about
down
to
the
say.
field with Chase
Yeah.
and with Higgins.
I was about
Yep.
to say they're gonna throw the ball a lot. So
Yep.
you are right.
You
The
almost have
opportunities
to
will be there.
play them too deep. You really
Yes,
do.
I think you're right. I think that's yes.
Yeah, 100%. All right, last one. I had a little fun with this one. Over under 1 fight for George Pickens with a DB this week. This guy.
No one goes 0 to 60 like George Pickens. My
I'm telling
man
you.
is ready to scrap any moment. Just say the word go, and he'll scrap. He don't give a shit where he's at. He don't care if he's on a football field. He don't care.
He doesn't care if it's the last play of the game and he needs, Hail Mary, biggest play.
My man's
fuck it.
like, fuck the Hail Mary. I'm taking this dude to the front row of the stands, and we're gonna have a go at it.
Jesus.
Because that's literally what happened. Yeah, he probably is going to try to fight somebody. Yes. I would say yes.
I don't know how you could bet against it, honestly.
No.
Bob,
I
what do you
don't-
think?
I don't feel like he gets in a fight, but I feel the referee will look away and he'll drop the people's elbow on someone.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm going to say under just because I think there's some smoke starting to come from the league that they're watching him closely.
Did they find
And
him?
I don't know if they find him,
hasn't
but I
been
know
announced
there's
yet.
an investigation.
Yeah, yeah. He's probably gonna get. They both probably are.
Yeah.
Okay.
My man voted most likely to cost us a playoff game with a penalty. Right? This is gonna happen. This is in the cards. He's gonna lose his. Now the word is out, and I think the Browns tried to do it all game long. You provoke him enough, he's gonna give you a penalty.
Well, he really didn't, though.
He didn't
I
do a
mean-
penalty. He
They distracted the hell out of him on the last play of the game, though.
I don't. I still don't think he was really in position to catch that ball. You would like to think that Wilson should have targeted him. But it seemed more like to just, and if you look at all the Steelers receivers, they're just standing around like, oh,
I know, it was pretty.
Hey, is there a Hail Mary happening here?
I was about to say it, Bob, but literally none of them looked like they really wanted to catch the ball. None of them. It was
This
just
goes
like,
against to my point where I don't know how much the Steelers practice 2-minute, short yardage, red zone, because they're awful at all of it. They're awful at all of it.
You would think with 7 shots they'd be really good down there,
right?
But they're just not.
It's bizarre. I know from being here in New England, Belichick would hammer that home. That's all they practiced. Like not all, but you know what I mean. They practice that a lot. Red zone, short yardage, end of game. The first play the Steelers ran on that last drive was a 5-yard middle of the field pass to Freiermuth. Like, what are you fucking doing? You have one timeout in 30 seconds. You're throwing the ball in the middle of the field.
It's because Wilson didn't have time. They were putting pressure with 3 guys or 4 guys.
Right.
It was pathetic. They only had to rush 4 at most, and they were getting to Wilson. So he had to dump it off, or he was going to get nothing. That's why.
I still like the up the seam throw on first down, but if you're going to do it, the object there is, okay, Pat, I'm going to hit him because we're not throwing it there. I hit him up the seam, he's going to get 20 yards.
Yep.
Well, when he only gets 9, timeout. Just immediately don't let 20 seconds run off.
Correct.
At the end of the game.
His time management skills are off the charts bad.
Not good.
Off the charts bad.
But Russell Wilson's time management skills aren't good either. If you look, I remember that first game in Denver. Remember when he let all the time run off? But he wasn't great at it in Denver. Wasn't great at it his last couple of years in Seattle. There was a time he was a good come from behind quarterback.
I remember.
But really, the last 3 or 4 years, he's
put them both together and we're in big trouble, right?
Just doesn't. Bob's right. Russell just doesn't have any comprehension of how much time's left on the clock. I don't know.
You'd think a veteran for that long would have that down, but
you'd think unless he's just got PTSD from all the times he got fucking smoked during the game because the line couldn't.
He did take some shots. He took some shots.
That one was borderline. Could have been a penalty. The one where he took a shot and he'd already got rid of the ball.
Yeah,
did you guys?
It probably should have been a penalty.
Yeah,
it's so hit or miss on what they call after the.
Because that was so frustrating. A shot.
Yeah,
and
he took some. He soared today. He soared this week for sure. He took
his ribs.
He took some big
probably
shots.
Hurting.
All right, that's all I got. Unless you guys got anything else, any final comments before we get out of here?
No, I'm looking forward to on Friday getting into a little bit deeper of why we think what's going to happen is going to happen.
Yes,
Friday at 6:30 is our preview pod.
I am sacrificing, trying to keep up with Bob here by putting lock of the week on the Bengals. Okay, I did this for us guys, us Steeler fans. I did this for us.
Dave sacrificed them for the greater good.
Yes.
I thought we were going earlier on Friday, like 3 o'clock ish.
Oh, that's right.
Because day after Thanksgiving.
Maybe you're right. Well, we'll confirm. We'll confirm the time.
Stay tuned to social media, folks.
Yeah, we'll put that out.
Yeah, we'll get this figured out sooner or later.
I'll straighten that out tonight, and we'll send the tweets out to let you know for sure, because it's been a long week with the holiday and games and everything else. We're a little off our normal schedule. All right, guys, thanks for listening. Again, subscribe to the podcast, the YouTube channel. We got a bunch of shit going on. Dave's TikTok After Dark. We got the blog. Bob put his second post out today on the website, so go check that out. Keep giving us comments even if you watch us after the live. That helps out a lot. Until next time, thanks for listening to Steel Sanctuary podcast and YouTube.
You motherfucker! That is it!
That's it. What the fuck are you talking about? That's it. Take it down, Daddy.
Yeah. No more. No.